Thank you very much. I'm actually going to just, present a paper, a very brief, paper on this State of the World Forum. Today, the 5th of September, 2021. And I thank all the organizers for the privilege and opportunity. Let me go straight to the point. I wish to appreciate the organizers of the State of the World Forum for the opportunity to express myself and make an input, especially with regard to Africa. As a priest, an academician, Pan-Africanist, human rights and freedom advocate, my concern is not the premeditated actions of our former slave and colonial masters in creating falsehood about Africans and the African descendants. My concern is in the passiveness of our African and African descendants' legends in recreating the history which was created through changing the mindsets by changing the narratives. It is not enough to criticize our colonial and slave masters, and certainly not enough to attend hundreds of summits, conferences, and workshops. But we have to create strategies to change the narratives and to leave our footprint for the generations to come by leaving a legacy of truth behind us before joining our ancestors. I would say, enough of the blame game. It has been over 400 years the slave masters carried off Africans to the New World, the Caribbean, and Europe, and began a systematic dominion and colonization of the African world. Unfortunately, some Africans have become mere orators with hidden and personal agenda with no plan or strategy to liberate Africa. Now is the time for Africans to do a reversal of the history and academic curriculum given to them by these colonial and slave masters, and to create a school system where our children should focus on building technology for advancement and position themselves to be producers rather than consumers. It is our only assurance of achieving our economic and political sovereignty. Africans and African descendants have their inalienable rights under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights of the freedom of thought to believe in what they want to believe, as well as the freedom of expression to think what we like and to say what we think, and to share our ideas with other people. And our rights to do this are protected by law. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to free our generation from the contraption of inferiority through false history and belief. I put the following proposal: that a revised African history should be written for the purposes of creating a school curriculum for the African generation coming, to uncover hidden truths from the present generation and to present the African historical position with the rest of the world, and create an opportunity for greater research and discovery for the African history. Therefore, the following areas of African history should be put together. 1. Early civilization of Africa. 2. African kingdoms, their leadership and education pattern. 3. African might and early technology. 4. African culture, economy and kingship. 5. The role of Africa in the establishment of early human rights. 6. Slave trading and the role of African kingdoms in slavery. 7. The European and Western role in slave trade. 8. African descendants and abolishment of slave trade. 9. African descendants liberations and the establishment of the Caribbean countries. 10. Early migration of Africans to Europe and the Western world through unforced slavery and search for greener pasture. 11. Pan-Africanism. 12. Organization of African Unity and the African Union. 13. African DNA versus the rest of the world DNAs. 14. The Hebrew connection of Africans and the Abrahamic theory. 15. Restoring African legacy. With the above revised history of Africa, I am sure that various course modules can be developed from the above history to enable both African and non-African students study and earn a Bachelor Honors in African History. In such a manner, a true history of Africa will be preserved while we seek the learning and the building of technology for all the African peoples. Our university, the Empire Africa Technical University USA, will be ready to embrace such a course in our constitution. That is the presentation I want to make. Thank you.